Hi from Hong Kong, my name is Ivana, and today I have a story for you about the subway sandwich ritual I always do in the Hong Kong harbor whenever I'm here, because having this sandwich in the harbor of Hong Kong made me pursue the travel dream. In case you have no idea, this is the first video you ever see of mine. I travel and I make vlogs about it, and it is currently my job. If you want to know more about it, check the description down below. But without further ado, let me tell you how this little sandwich changed my life. So when I came to Hong Kong, I think it was the third time, and I was already working for 2 years in the corporate world. I already loved Hong Kong so much, and one of my best friends now, who was a colleague back then, but actually we were already friends, she just told me that she was gonna travel the world. And I was like, what? You can actually do that? And she was like, yeah, I've been saving money for 3 years and I'm gonna do this with my boyfriend. And I was like, holy schmackers. And ever since I came to Hong Kong for the first time, that was in 2008, I think, from the top of my head, so almost 10 years ago, I knew I wanted to discover more of Asia. So after hearing her plans and coming back to Hong Kong, so one day in particular, I was roaming around Hong Kong. I was feeling very lonely, very sad, because I think it was just a couple of days before I had to leave again. My brother was not there, so I couldn't talk to him. He was in school. So I just went to Subway, because back then I was so scared to try new things and like all of these crazy Asian dishes that I didn't know, and also like sometimes I was scared to talk to the people if they didn't know English very well. So I just got a very safe Subway sandwich, and I was like, okay, let me just go to a place that always makes me feel really good in Hong Kong, and that's the Hong Kong harbor that you can see behind me. I love this place so much. Every time I come here I feel so at peace, even though like you can see it, there are always like so many people around. So I was eating the sandwich, feeling very sad, very lonely, very lost, because I was like, okay, so how am I going to make this happen? I did like my job, but I definitely knew it was not something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I was just like so hungry to explore the world and to see what specifically Asia has to offer. And while eating this sandwich, I just made a resolution to myself that, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna make this dream happen. I don't know how, that came a lot later, but I just made this promise to myself that I would make this dream work. And I didn't have a time frame. I didn't know how much money I needed to save. I didn't know for how long I needed to save money. I just knew that next time that I would return to Hong Kong, and if I still wouldn't have the money, I would just get another Subway sandwich, return to the harbor, and rethink my plan again. I just got so determined watching this beautiful view and eating this sandwich. And I just wanted to share this personal moment with you, because this is something I do every single time I come to Hong Kong. I just return to the harbor, I get a Subway sandwich, and it's just my little honoring ritual for the Ivana of the past who made this dream true, to travel around. Well, I've been all over Asia by now, just not Japan. I still need to go to Japan. And just remember that if you just make a resolution, you don't need to know like how you're going to do it. You just need to know that you're going to do it. You don't need to know when you're going to do it or how much time it's going to cost you. You just need to know that you're going to do it no matter how much time it takes you. After that, obviously it took me a while to get here. So when I returned, I was literally depressed. I think I was crying every single day. I didn't want to go to work. I was just like, I want to take the next flight back to Hong Kong. The only thing that would, make me feel better is thinking back to this promise that I made myself with the Subway sandwich in the harbor of Hong Kong. And I made a bucket list for the first time in my life. I made this bucket list to make myself feel better, just to write down my dreams, to make them a little bit more tangible. And I wrote down, sit in the harbor of Hong Kong with a Subway sandwich and enough money to travel around Asia for 6 months by myself. And I made that happen, actually. So the last time when I was here 2 years ago, I was sitting in the harbor and I was eating my Subway sandwich like I always do when I come to Hong Kong. And yeah, I was there. I had reached that goal. So 2010, so 2 years ago. So in 5 years, it took me 5 years to get there, but I don't care. So if you want to know how I saved all the money to travel, I made a separate video about that. I'll try to link it down in the description below, but I usually forget. Yes, I'm that kind of person. So if I forget and you want that link, just remind me in the comments and then I will look it up and reply to your comment. Right now, I'm gonna do this ritual and honor the Ivana of the past who made this happen. I'm sitting here because of her. You know, you can start your dream any day, and I think what matters most is that you just realize that the way you're living right now is not the way you want to live for the rest of your life. And just write it down. Write down what you want. Like, that always helps, making it more tangible. Okay, so I got a Subway sandwich over here, veggie patty, Parmesan oregano bread. Isn't it so fitting that a food product is kind of like a token of me making my dreams come true? If you watch my travel vlogs, you know what I mean. Food is always involved. Okay, so I'm just gonna eat this. Enjoy the harbor. Enjoy the harbor with me. And I hope this little story time helps you to, you know, make your dreams come true, because it is such a blessing. No matter what difficulties I encounter in my life right now, I always feel very blessed, and I think you guys can see that. Like, obviously I'm not always happy, but I always feel very, very blessed and humbled and privileged because I get to do what I'm doing. If you enjoyed this video, please put a thumbs up. And if you would like to travel along with me right now when you're watching, I'm in Peru. You can check out my pictures on Instagram. And after that, I'm coming back to Hong Kong and going to California with my brother. So a lot more travels coming up. If you would like to travel along, click that subscribe button and then I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.